137-128. The Memphis Grizzlies get a win over the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. Welcome to the Double Post, everybody. John Roser, Bennett Doyle, Jessica Benson. Oh, if this was my radio days of making songs, I've got a ton for Ty Jerome. I've got, you better call Ty Jerome. Call him. And I've got, what would Jerome think? We got Jaren Jackson Jr. busting Rudy Gobert's ass all night long. Lionel Richie style. They had to get Rudy Gobert out of that game. Jaren Jackson Jr. scores 30 points. Ty Jerome, 19.6 rebounds and 8 assists. Jalen Wells. Afro Jalen Wells, greater than sign, braided Jalen Wells. 18 points for Jalen Wells tonight, and the Grizzlies unconscious from three, 19 of 41. They shoot 46% from the three-point line, and they also 30 of 35 from the free throw line, and they get a 137-128 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Look, I told you guys, like, can we just play the Timberwolves? Like, even the loss the other night, there were at least, like, really entertaining things about it. I didn't even get to G.G. Jackson. G.G. continues to impress over and over and over again and continues to be an efficient basketball player. Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle, where do you start tonight with this team?
With another wistful thought of, God, if only this team was healthy.
I know.
I don't want to take away, because a win is a win, and after losing 6 straight, it feels nice to have the streamers at FedEx Forum and fans excited and a win. But, God, just watching Ty Jerome these last 2 games, you're reminded what a true point guard does in the opening up the offense for this team. Like, that's a very good Timberwolves defense, and I do wonder, I know Chris Finch laid into that team after their win the other night and said it wasn't good enough, the energy wasn't good enough, but I did wonder if they were back in the mentality of playing with their food a little bit, but this Grizzlies team did not let them. I was a little nervous because we're all scarred. We all have a little PTSD. They're up 20, and I'm certainly we can't revert back to.
And then it was like 13 and 10 with like 4 minutes of near
and Ant was finally getting the whistle, and he was getting to the free throw line.
I felt very Tony Romo. I'm like, I don't know, Jim. It's getting a little too close here.
But they got the win, and you just saw one. Jaren's awesome against the Timberwolves, which was a big thing that they didn't have the last go around, and 2. Ty Jerome has been everything that you hoped Ty Jerome would be for this team, and even more so because right now you're asking him to be a starter, and that was supposed to be your backup point guard. So, shout out to the Grizz for a dub.
And I think one of the other things with Ty is, like, he's an actual real point guard.
Yeah.
Like, he's an actual real point guard. Like, we've talked about, like, Cam's doing the best he can when he's in there at point, but you could tell Cam's not a true, like, that is not his natural position. Ty Jerome would be a natural point guard.
There was a pass that ended up not being an assist because Jalen missed.
Oh, yes, I know.
He got fouled, went to the line.
He's the look away.
Oh, my God.
Nasty. Absolutely nasty. He also plays angles. Ty, he is so good at playing. He's so good at playing angles on his drives. Absolutely amazing at that. No, I think you said, because I think I tweeted the same thing. Like, he has been as advertised. I almost think he's been more than that, because what do you really expect when somebody's coming off, like, not playing it all season, and we're almost to the All-Star break and he hasn't even played? We're over halfway through the season and he hadn't played. What do you really expect of somebody coming off of a calf strain? I got to tell you, winning is so much better than losing. I know there are some people out there, and I've been guilty of being in this, let's just, the draft pick game. I understand why some fans want to. I got to tell you, as someone that has to go to every single one of these games, I get to go to all of these games and get paid to do it. I got to tell you, winning is way, way more fun than losing.
No.
Right, Bennett Doyle?
It definitely is. I thought, too, like, the Grizzlies bench was just awesome tonight. They outscored the Timberwolves 52-13. You mentioned Gigi. He's been playing great lately. I think that's a really intriguing thing to keep an eye on the rest of this season. Is what does Gigi just keep building off of this success that he's had and have, like, an actual really long stretch run of success. Because it's working right now. Like, he is dialed in, and it's working for him. You know, the thing about when you're talking about Ty Jerome too is, like, I think that, like, point guards, frankly, can thrive in Tomas Islo's offense.
Yeah.
I mean, you just look at the guys who have played this position. This, Ja, Ty, but Cam, Vince, and the assists are up, like, across the board for all of them.
Yeah, they
all
are.
put up huge assist numbers. So
point guard and center too. I know Jock didn't have his biggest night tonight, but we've seen Jock Landale also, who has historically been like a third center in the NBA, has had monster nights this season, career nights he's had.
Close your eyes and imagine, if you will, like a world where it's Tomas Islo's
I thought you were about to break into a Willy Wonka song there for a second.
Well, it is sheer imagination because we haven't seen a lot. But where it's Ja and Zach Edey, and Jaren's able to play the 4, and then coming off the bench, it's Ty Jerome and Jock Landale.
They're good. They're a top.
I don't want to get into the fantasy of it all because
but it is. I get both sides. They haven't been healthy in 3 to 4 years, and I understand it. But it is like, I think there also is truth. Like, they're good when they have their team. They are. They're good. Anybody can see it. I've got 4 eyes, I can see it. They have 2 eyes, and they can see it. Like, everybody can see it. If you watch this team and you're honest with yourself, you know that this team is good if they are healthy. They have a good roster. It's just they haven't been able to get healthy. 901-445-0929. 901-445-0929. Grind City Media on YouTube, 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio dial. Go to the Grind City Media YouTube page. We're the only live show. You click that at the top, and you can chat with everybody in the show chat. Shout out to 1100 Goon. Shout out to TMZ. Shout out to Memphis Ranger, Jay Norwin. They're all in here. And Grind City Media brings up Ty Jerome, 36 points, 13 assists in his first 37 minutes with the Grizzlies. 901-445-0929. Lang Whitaker is the host of the warm-up show. 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game. He was on early tonight at 5:30 because of the early tip. And now he gets a little bit of a break because we're going on a road trip. Lang joins the show. Hello, Lang.
What up? I get some revenge on Rudy Gobert, too, after he...
you do. He hit you with a basketball.
Yeah.
Are you in concussion?
Night started.
Are you in concussion protocol?
Yes, there's a little CTE happening here. I'll be all right. It was during the pregame that I knew we were going to win this game because Jessica mentioned that she had forgotten to wear her high heels. Because normally when Jessica has heels on for the walk-off, and she's gotten so used to not having to do the walk-off interviews that she just wore her sneakers. And I was like, well, that's definitely we're going to win because of that. And that was why.
Wait, hang on.
I wore my flattest sneakers.
No, hang on. That's the thing. Is that why you wear high heels? Because you're like, I'm already short and I'm going to have to interview I might have to interview a really tall basketball player.
Yes.
Do you wear stilts if you have to interview Edie?
No, I get on that stupid box that I never get
she's got a
anymore.
stepping stool. Come on.
But they were kind to me. They gave me Ty Jerome as I'm in my to the floor little Adidas Sambas tonight. But yes, it is. You're welcome, everybody. I reverse jinxed this team into a win.
Well, the other change that should have happened long ago was that Jalen Wells should have taken the braids out months ago, or weeks ago at least. The way he was playing, 4 or 5 on threes tonight, 18 points, and I thought he did a really good job. This is crazy to say on Anthony Edwards, who finished with 39 points, but he also missed 15 shots from the floor. And was only 3 of 10 on threes. They did a really good job of making him work. He got to the free throw line a lot, which is going to happen, but they kind of kept him from getting in a rhythm on the floor. The ball was moving a lot in that first quarter, second quarter. I think there was 11 assists in the first 13 field goals. And then the T-Wolves amped up their defense a little bit, and that's where Jaren was able to just start cooking Rudy Gobert. Whenever the T-Wolves kind of got the Grizzlies out of playing with rhythm and pace, you were able to just dump it to Jaren. And we talked about this after the game on Saturday night, who was going to score for the Grizzlies. Tonight you had the answer. You had Jaren who could score, and he's like a walking mismatch. And that's where he's so valuable. He played Gobert off the floor. He cooked him tonight. One other thing I noticed tonight, and we haven't seen him that much. Ty Jerome was awesome, clearly, but I think he walks every time he shoots it, or at least every time he gets a layup. He takes 3 steps, and they never call it. It's sort of incredible how he gets away with it. Last thing, and I just wanted to throw this out there. This morning, a shoot-around, Cam Spencer lobbied pretty hard to get into the three-point contest to myself and to Michael. from the commercial appeal. So I don't know if the word gets out there or not, but Cam really wants to do it. You know, a lot of times you are trying to like convince guys to do the All-Star Saturday stuff. Cam wants to be in the three-point contest. He was 3 for 5 tonight. We all know he can light it up from outside. He said he won one when he was in high school. He lost one when he was at Midnight Madness in college. But I think we all need to just, put word out there, social media, wherever. Let's get Cam Spencer in the three-point contest.
I'm with you 100%. Thanks, Lang. Be safe getting home and enjoy concussion protocol because you got a while before you got another warm-up show. Yeah, I'd love to get Cam in there. And the NBA does like to keep people who are already going to be there. And Cam's already going to be there because he is in the Rising Stars game on Friday night. And look, he's one of the best three-point shooters in the league. I mean, look, I don't know if he's going to make it, but I think he's got a good chance because he's already going to be there. 901-445-0929, 901-445-09. Oh, he brought up Jalen Wells on Anthony Edwards. Look, he's right. Anthony Edwards scored 39. He's 13 of 27 from the field, but he's a 3 of 9 from 3, 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Like, you look at that. But I did think they did a good job of making him uncomfortable enough at times. He got frustrated. Edwards got frustrated multiple times tonight.
So he got teed up, yeah.
Yeah, got teed up. I think the Grizzlies did a really good job of making him frustrated. One player looked like he kind of got hurt when he cocked it back to dunk it, and Jaren got it. And it kind of, I don't know if it hyperextended his elbow a little bit. And obviously he kept playing, so he was fine. But no, I think they did a really good job frustrating him tonight. And he mentioned Jaren Jackson Jr. playing Rudy Gobert off the court. There were like 4 straight possessions. They went to Jaren like ISO against Rudy Gobert, and he just cooked him every single time. And I thought Jaren, sometimes you have been able to. There's been you can get physical with Jaren, and it can knock him off. Knock him off his game. And Julius Randle did like tomato chest him early in the game, but I thought Jaren did a good job all night of matching the playing with the requisite physicality you have to play against Minnesota, because as we discussed Saturday night, they are huge. 901-445-0929. Hunter, you're up. What's up, man?
Broser, hard work beats talent when talent what?
Doesn't work hard.
That was our game tonight. I would be seething if I was Finch tonight. We tonight out-rebounded them 56-50. You remember the other night we talked about how much bigger they were than us, and we just out-rebounded them. Thought about it while we were sitting there tonight. If you looked at different generations of our team, tonight was not a big Memphis win. Tonight was a throwback GNG, like Big Spain, Zebo, TA would have been proud dub, because they had a little extra pep. They went after it. Still 3 guys walked out of the tunnel. We got to figure this out. It's awful. It was 2 tonight again. But to out-rebound that team is insane. And, look, I'm equal opportunity here. I said the Charlotte game was one of the 3 worst losses of the year. I think tonight was one of the 3 best wins. We said all year last year we can't beat anybody good because we had beat the Celtics once on their home floor. But I think tonight we've beaten some teams we shouldn't beat, and with extremely undermanned. So, again, I'll lobby for please don't trade anybody. Just get healthy and try it. Please. Anyway, all right, bye.
All right, thanks for the call. Hunter. There's a lot of people that feel that way. 901-445-0929. Adrian, you're up.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yo.
Man, look, this is a great feeling. This has that feeling like this in a while. Drive home after a win. So that feels good. Feels real good. Hey, I think the last time that we talked, or one of the times we talked, when I mentioned that, everything looked chaotic out there, like it was no rhythm or nothing. It seems like since Ty Jerome has been back, it's been a little bit more, together. it's not as chaotic as it's been, where people just not doing what they want to do. I mean, it's more like a good oil machine almost. So that, Ty Jerome is a breath of fresh air. I'm loving it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I can just imagine, with Scotty coming back home. Let me ask you guys this. Okay, if Scotty gets back, is it going to go back to where Ty's going to be like coming off the bench, you think?
No, I think Ty would start over Scotty. Yeah.
Okay, he'll start over. Yeah, see, and then that's going to be good because you still got another point guard that's coming off the bench. So that's going to make it a little bit better. When I talked about that Mike Conley conductor, it'll be a little bit more, better with that. Hey, let me ask you this too, and I'm done. I like the momentum, and if we get ready to go, out west on the road for a few games. But we got a better record on the road than at home, right?
It's close. Let me check. It's close. I know it was we're 10-15 at home, 8-13 on the road. So pretty much the same.
Okay.
We're 5 games under 500 on each. We are. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, I just hope we can take this momentum on the road and bring back at least 2 of those. Because who we got? Sacramento and Portland.
Yeah, Sacramento, Portland, and Golden State.
Okay. We ought to be able to get Sacramento and Portland. What you think?
Yeah,
Portland's been. They've been surprising this year.
Yeah.
They're a play-in team. So
yeah, Portland. They're on a losing streak though. They've lost like 5 in a row though. Yeah, they have. They've lost 5 in a row. Sacramento. I mean, look, Sacramento has been. They've been bad this year, and they've already made a trade with trading out Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis, and they may have more to come too. Sacramento's Wednesday, right? Is it Sacramento Wednesday? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Portland's Friday and Saturday.
Portland's Friday and Saturday. Portland did too. Portland added Vit Krejci. Thanks for the call, Adrian. We appreciate it. We'll talk about this here in a sec. Yeah, Portland added Vit Krejci, and they may add more. Portland, we'll get to the trade deadline in the next segment because I got players and teams I want to go through y'all with. Okay. So Portland, they're definitely a team to watch, but Sacramento's been one of those that you look at the roster and you're like, okay, there's talent here. And it just has not worked all season long. But the individual talent of some of their players. It's like if those guys get traded off, they're going to be very good at wherever else they go. 901-445-0929. It's the Double Post. John Roser, Jessica Benson, and Bennett Doyle. Let's go to Jordan. Jordan, you're up.
What's up, John?
Yeah, what's up, man?
We're happy tonight. This is good.
We are happy after wins. Anybody who's mad after a loss, I don't know what kind of person. I don't want to be around that person.
Yeah. Man, I'll tell you what, you can close your eyes tonight, and this development of G.G. Jackson being efficient on 8 to 10 shots and being a downhill attacker, you close your eyes with Coward and him at a 2 and 3 is a lot of length and a lot of athleticism, which I think is maybe one of the most exciting things that's happened this year. It's been big. I know you guys said you're going to talk about trade deadline, and I guess you'll talk about it next segment. But I'm curious, and I wanted to ask and hear your guys' opinions. There's a few directions you can go because you're not awful. Clearly, you could go full rebuild, first option. You could kind of tweak the roster, right? You could maybe trade John. You can whatever, and maybe get some pieces back, or you could cash in all your assets and you could try and make a real move at the deadline. I'm curious what of those 3 you guys would do as we get to Thursday, but I'll hang up. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks for the call, Jordan. What would I do? We'll talk about the trade deadline in the next segment. I'll tell you what. What would you do? And I will tell you what I do. I mean, I know what I would do. 901-445-0929. James, you're up.
Hey, Bennett. Hey, JB. Hey, Big White.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, I haven't gotten a big white.
We haven't gotten a big white. We haven't getting. I think someone called me Big White tonight too. But I wasn't totally sure because I had my AirPods in.
Got you. It was a good win. Got to keep it short and sweet, honestly. It was it was nice to get a win after just like a couple like miserable weeks, honestly, of just, the rumors and, the mood of the team and all stuff like that. But, who knows what will happen, these next couple of days, the trade deadline stuff. So I know you guys are going to talk about it in the next segment, but the only thing I really want to know is, will we see Trade Man on the trade deadline show on Thursday?
Okay, thanks, James. I was telling, I think I was telling Jalen and maybe Darnell today that I've got to find the Trade Man costume from last year. So if I can find it, and all it was the Super Grizz, like mask and cape they gave away last year. I put that on and I just said I was Trade Man and did the T for Trade Man. So if I can find it, I can. I think it might be in storage, so I have to go to the storage facility to get it. But I'll be looking for it. 901-445-0929. Grizzlies win 137-128. It's the double post. Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X, 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. We'll take a break, and we will be back where we will discuss the trade deadline. We'll hear some locker room audio and more. We'll be back after this.
This is WMFS-FM and HD1 Bar. WMFS, Memphis' sports station.
Number one in the 901.
92.9 FM ESPN, an Odyssey sports station.
Hey, Grizz fans, get up and get it with Grivet Outdoors, your Memphis outdoor and run specialty shop. From Viore and Patagonia to On, Hoka, New Balance, and Brooks, we've got the gear to keep you moving on and off court.
In 72 months, you'll eat 2,000 lunches and face down 313 Mondays. But you know what you won't do? Pay interest on your new HVAC system from Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air. That's 6 years of cool summers, cozy winters, and zero interest. Yep, Mitch Wright actually makes comfort affordable. So while you're binge-watching 1,000 shows, Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air keeps your home just right. Visit MitchWrightAir.com today and lock in 72 months of interest-free tomorrows. Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air. You call, we're there.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience because nothing compares to catching your Memphis Grizzlies in person. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Memphis Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Grizzlies. See you courtside, Memphis.
Some days call for something different. At Memphis Zoo, that means fresh air, unforgettable animals, and space to explore together. From towering giraffes to curious primates and iconic elephants, every visit brings a new moment to stop, watch, and wonder. Slow down, look closer, make a memory. Plan your visit today at memphiszoo.org. Memphis Zoo. Come see what moves you.
At Big River Steel, we're not just making steel, we're shaping a smarter, cleaner future. Our innovative mini mill technology produces high-performance steel with the lowest possible environmental impact. Every ton we make is produced to help our customers tackle tomorrow's challenges without compromising today's standards. The future of steel isn't coming, it's already here. Find it at www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com. Don't let pests invade your home this season. Give them the full court press by calling Cook's Pest Control. The experts at Cook's deliver a full lineup of pest control, from termites to mosquitoes, all year long. Trust the South's most trusted name in pest control for over 90 years to protect your home court. Make the winning play and call Cook's today.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Do you have an EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic license? The Memphis Fire Department wants you. Visit joinmemphisfire.com to apply or to speak to a recruiter today. We'll give you all the details on exciting career options with the Memphis Fire Department. Benefits include up to 8 weeks of vacation and only 10 weeks of Fire Academy training with current EMT or paramedic license. Apply today at joinmemphisfire.com.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Has your hat been working overtime? Hair regrowth treatments through Hims can help. With doctor-trusted prescription ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil, you can see thicker hair in just 3 to 6 months. Starting at $26 a month. Get started today at hims.com. 137-128, the Grizzlies knock off the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight at FedEx Forum. It's the double post. John Roser, Jessica Vincent, Bennett Doyle, Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X, and 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio dial. If anybody wants to call in, we will take calls if you want to. 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. All right, so we do have people call that have called in and asked. Obviously, this is our last show before the. Well, let's see. Is there anything else from the game? We did not talk about Cedric Coward at all. Cedric Coward, okay, the freaking step back three. Was it on Gobert?
It was on Gobert.
It was on Gobert. Yeah, it's
and
get
it
your
was
big French butt out of here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Stifle Tower.
Yeah, Stifle Tower. Get out of here. And then the dunk. And then the dunk at the end of the game that I think kind of
sealed the game.
That sealed the game. All right, let's move to the anything else?
No, I mean, just on the other end real quick, like I think that team is going to have to do something at the deadline.
They need a point guard.
Well, they need just something off their bench. Besides Naz Reid,
If they could get a point guard and then move, but the problem, like, how do they get it without like
Rob Dillingham's a DMP for them,
right?
So, like
that's one of their biggest problems.
If they had, I mean, I just don't know how they get anything. Like, if they could keep their top six and find the way to get a point guard, and then like maybe move DiVincenzo to the bench, and you got DiVincenzo and Naz Reid off your bench, now you're really talking about something. Now I'm with you. They do. They need to add something. Now they've been mentioned in the Giannis stuff, and that they're looking for like a third and fourth team to come in to kind of, be able to make a trade happen because they don't have everything that Milwaukee would want. So how can we make a trade happen? We'll see. We'll see what happens. So speaking of that, here is the NBA trade deadline. These are the names that I wrote down. These are the teams I would say to watch the most. Obviously, the Grizzlies, we're going to pay attention to them the most. But I would say the Hornets. Do the Hornets try to cash in anything here? Do they say, you know what, we don't need another first-round pick on this team? Let's try to use some stuff, and let's try to really go make a run at this, because they're a play-in team right now, but they definitely no, they're not a play-in team. I'm sorry. They're a game back of the play-in.
Yeah, but they've made up incredible ground. 7 straight wins.
They passed the eye test.
Yes.
They passed the eye test. They don't look like a play-in team. They don't look like a team out of the play-in. They do not look like a team that should not make the play-in, and they look better than a lot of play-in teams. And they look like they could really give teams problems in the playoffs. Portland's an interesting one to watch because they have contracts and they have picks. Portland's an interesting team to watch. The Golden State Warriors, obviously very interesting. They have been tied to Giannis. There have been some reports there that maybe he wouldn't want to go there and play for Steph Curry's team. The Detroit Pistons are too, because the Pistons could get some help for Cade Cunningham scoring. And then I've mentioned I've got the Minnesota team here, and then obviously the Grizzlies. Okay, let's just go through them. Giannis, where does he go?
Oh, we're doing
this. Yeah, we're going to do this right now. Look. Nobody's going to hold it to you. Look at this. $3.
I will
$3. Shout out Kyra.
Got $3.
Man, I mean, I got to think that Milwaukee would like to send him to the West so you see him less.
West for less.
Yeah.
Just rhyming stuff.
But, I mean, I think at the end of the day, they're going to take the best deal. I'll say he is I'm going to say he is a Golden State Warrior, and we will see him on Monday night.
Even though he won't play because he's still hurt.
That's right, but we'll see him there.
See him. Yeah. Damn, I was going to say the Warriors too. I think he's going to end up
3 for 3.
I think he's going to end up in a war.
They're desperate.
I will say, I think Portland's the team to watch.
Oh, interesting.
I think Portland's because if I'm not mistaken, if you go to the Fanspo NBA trade machine,
if you're Giannis, why would you want that?
Well,
they're going to try to do right by him.
Yeah, right. If I'm not mistaken, they have Milwaukee's 2028 first round pick, and they have swap rights with Milwaukee in 2030. So they have a couple of Milwaukee's picks. So if they want to get their picks back,
I am intrigued by the Dame Drew trying to lure him to Portland.
And what the contract, it'd be Jeremy Grant's contract. Jeremy Grant, and I mean, look, you got to get the problem with this stuff with Giannis. It's $54 million. You got to get $54 million. Matisse Thybulle could be in there. Scoot Henderson would obviously.
$54 million doesn't just fall from the sky.
Yeah, well, Scoot would be one of them.
Scoot would be in there.
Scoot would be in there. Who hasn't played this year? Michael Porter Jr. He may stay in Brooklyn. I could see him just. Yeah, he might just stay in Brooklyn. Like what is going to happen if the Brooklyn Nets keep Michael Porter Jr.? They're going to win too many games. Like the Brooklyn Nets are. Porter Jr.'s been great. The Nets are 13-35.
It felt all but destined for a second. And this is where the Giannis thing.
It just depends how bad they
want to be. Domino fall, because if the Warriors don't get Giannis, do they go hard for Michael Porter Jr.?
Right. But I don't think they would give up Butler or Draymond to get Michael Porter Jr. They would be willing to do it. Kuminga, they would. They'd give up Kuminga.
They'd give up Kuminga for
They'd give up Kuminga for a lot of things right now. I said that. That's
give up Kuminga.
I said that's like some bold thing.
Yeah, you're like, I think they give up Jonathan Kuminga.
He's made like 2 trade demands. He's never done anything in the league, but he's given 2 trade demands in the last 2 years. Anthony Davis. Or does he stay?
I think he stays just because of the injury.
And they do it in the offseason. And they make the deal in the offseason.
Wait for it.
DeMar DeRozan. Do we think he gets moved or not? And if you have a team, you say a team. By all accounts, the Kings are tearing down.
They have to make a move.
Yeah, that you think
it would be silly for them.
So
not
I
to
have
make a
Sabonis in here next. Sabonis.
I would put DeRozan on the Warriors too.
Dude, if
they're going to try to get somebody.
The Warriors
They're a team desperate.
Curry's almost 38 years old, and he's awesome. He is still so free. Like, this is the thing. LeBron James is still putting up like 26 and 5, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, or 6 assists, 5. And look, but you can see the aging in LeBron. Like, you can see it. He's 41 years old, and you watch him on the court, and you can tell he looks older. You cannot tell that when you watch Steph Curry play. Like, he still looks like Steph Curry. Like, he has that pop coming around screens. It's unbelievable.
We haven't mentioned the Raptors.
We have not mentioned the Raptors.
Interesting, because you mentioned Sabonis, and they've been in the mix for him.
Yeah. They have. Kristaps Porzingis, I think, is an interesting one, because if Atlanta tries to do something, Atlanta's got Milwaukee picks too, I believe, and they have the Pelicans first rounder this year, which I don't envision them wanting to trade unless they're getting something like Giannis. You know, why would you give up the Pelicans first round pick this year?
And you go back to the Hawks and the idea of Anthony Davis, but then the injury.
Right, the injury.
The Porzingis thing is hard.
It is.
Potts is hard.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if anyone out there knows someone with POTS, but it is such a tricky illness.
I heard Bill Simmons bring up that he gets traded somewhere and then they buy him out, and then the Celtics sign him back to a veteran minimum for the rest of the year, a vet minimum for the rest of the year. And if he can help you, he can help you.
Use him when he can, if possible.
Right, use him if he can. He knows the system. He knows how they're running everything. But to the Celtics, Anthony Simons. He's actually started to play well for the Celtics. He's been playing better, but that tax bill is something for Boston to think about. I wonder if it could be something, like how the Cavs just did, how they got off DeAndre Hunter, but they brought back Schroeder and Keon Ellis, but it took like $50 million off their tax bill. If there's a deal out there where you trade him, but it doesn't hurt the win-loss of the team, but it does shed some tax bill. Like, he's coming off. He has scored in double figures in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight games, and he's coming off a 27-point game. He had 39 in a game in mid-January against Miami. So Anthony Simons has been playing. He's been shooting the ball much better for the Celtics. Okay, let's just do it. Ja Morant. I think they trade him.
I'll say nothing gets done.
You say nothing gets done?
Yeah. Although I did see Shams today say that the Grizzlies are still listening to offers.
I mean, he said, over the weekend, said they are open for business.
It was, I think, at the latest Stein line. It was, we'll get back to the Grizzlies tomorrow.
Said we're going to have more on Memphis tomorrow. I was like, oh, my gosh.
What does that mean? I just don't know. I mean, we've gone, this is such a cop-out answer, but it's gone from feeling definitive to feeling,
Yeah.
And now I truly don't have a grasp on it.
Yeah.
You know, so much of the conversation early on was lack of market. And so what, if anything, has changed? And what does a potential deal look like? And what are you comfortable giving him up for?
Right.
And if that is not there, do you do it anyway? I think that's the big question that those of us sitting outside of a front office don't have the answer for. But I'm a sentimental sap, so I just keep sitting in a place of, I just want to know one way or the other.
Yeah, I tend to
know
lean
many people out there
towards
feel that way.
You just got to do it.
Rip the Band-Aid.
You just got to do it. You got to do it.
It was a strange thing walking out of that arena tonight and understanding they're not back here until after the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So if that was it, and watching every player on that team do the new job bench celly of the rollout with the 3 and the covering of the ears.
Yeah.
I don't know, got me in my feelings a little bit.
It would, I would trade Ja. I would keep Jaren the rest of the season. I would have my lottery pick, and then you're going to have another one too. You get either Orlando or Phoenix's pick, like either one of those, whichever is worse. So like right now it's slotted. You'd get Orlando's, so it's slotted at like 15. So you get 2 top 15 picks. You've got also Indiana's second-round pick, which is 33rd right now. That's a good second-round pick to have. And I would roll with that, and I think you hope next season. Like, you're not – but I get the argument to where you just – if you trade Ja, you trade Jaren too, and you just tear it all down and you start over.
And you can also make the argument and I don't think it's delusional to – it might be delusional from a business standpoint. Let me be perfectly clear.
Right.
But to see what this team looked like with Ty Jerome as you get one body healthier and Scottie Pippen Jr. is on the way.
Yeah.
And I know we're just hanging on to a Zach Edey prayer at some point. But there is this notion, how did we start the show? Confident that if this team was healthy, they'd be competitive.
I was just going to say that, like, why would you tear down something that if you think in the back of your head, if they were fully healthy, they would be a good team?
It's because we've been waiting for 3 to 4 years, and it's like waiting is not the, like, how long can you do it? How long can you wait on it?
The availability plays a massive part.
Yeah, and I get the other side of it because I have also been on the side. If you trade Ja, you got to trade Jaren eventually too. It's just I know these are uncomfortable conversations, but you have to have them. And I have been kind of on that side too. That if you trade Ja, you got to trade Jaren because it ain't right to just keep Jaren around for a rebuild, and he probably isn't going to want to do that too. He'd rather go somewhere where he can win. I will say Jaren awesome tonight, but like 30-point, super aggressive, more physical Jaren is not the Jaren we have gotten most of this season. Still a really good player, but like he matched their physicality tonight, and that's not been something he has played like.
No, as EP said, he didn't float.
Yeah.
He didn't just float around.
He didn't just float around tonight. He didn't just float around tonight.
And
yeah.
He's always that against the Timberwolves.
Yes.
There are matchups that he specifically, which I love.
Yeah.
Like it's fun to watch because he loves to go up against Rudy Gobert. He had 28 points in there. I think it was Hunter who said this was one of the top 3 wins of the season.
Yeah.
I would say 2 of the Grizzlies' top 3 wins of the season have come against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they've been on the back of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Oh yeah, we had the road win. We had the road win at Minnesota. What would be the other good win? The best one we had?
The Spurs.
Yeah, San Antonio. The San Antonio one.
And I guess that Magic game in London.
The Magic game in London. I don't know. I think that just made us all sad.
Yeah, because where it came.
Yeah, and we knew.
And honestly, I mean, that was the last win before tonight, and so when you think about the last 3 weeks of misery.
The last 3 weeks of misery. This is our first home win since that Spurs game. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the Nets.
The Nets, that's right. We got Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We got Brooklyn before we see. It's easy to forget about the Brooklyn Nets.
That game felt like such a throwaway before that trip too.
So I think they're going to move. I do think they're going to move Ja. I just think it's one of those things that's like you just got to go ahead and do it.
I just want to know.
You got to go ahead and do it. But we'll find out. We will find out. So Bennett, you say he stays. Jessica.
I say he stays, and I say I hope he stays.
Jessica.
Like, I make no bones about it.
Feet to fire.
Feet to fire. Okay, you ready? Feet to fire. Ow, my feet are burning off. I can't make an answer.
Come on.
I am Joan of Arc. Oh,
You've got to be hurting from riding that fence. Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. If he gets traded, it's a Giannis thing, right?
Yes.
Has to be, yeah.
And they already kind of came out this week and said we're happy with the team that we have, and we aren't going to do anything at the deadline.
I think another couple of teams, another players to watch. I wonder if there's something there with the Lakers. They've got Rui Hachimura and LeBron James. I don't know where. He'd have to waive his no trade clause, so you'd have to send him somewhere that he'd be cool with going.
Cleveland.
Probably Cleveland.
That's the only
place. It's kind of known
like
if he's
gained momentum in the last. All of a sudden, that game the other night in Cleveland.
Yeah, understood. He's going to sign there and play one last season next year in Cleveland, and that'll be his final. Yeah, and that'll be his final year. Yeah. But Rui Hachimura is interesting. Hachimura is an interesting name, and the Pistons, they do have Tobias Harris's contract. That's a big contract they have, and they should absolutely try to cash in before they have to freaking pay Jalen Duren, before they have to pay Asar Thompson. Those guys' contracts are going to be coming up. They're already paying Cade, but those other guys' contracts are going to be coming up, and they're going to have to pay those guys. Take a run at this thing before you have to really pay those guys, and it gets tough to do it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm on. They trade Ja. Bennett says no, and Bennett says they're not going to. They're going to wait till the offseason, and Jessica is.
Okay, I'll go.
Her feet are on fire.
My feet are on fire.
Jessica's feet are on fire.
I would say my gut feeling is no, but only because the right deal isn't there.
And so that's not the pregame chicken. That's actual gut. It's not the pregame chicken.
Yeah, no, that is the actual gut. Yeah. I don't know. It just feels as if because it was so loud. And again, the Giannis thing changes everything.
It does. The Giannis stuff changes a lot of stuff.
And so I don't want to make opinions based on how things have played out over the last 3 weeks, like pre it being clear that Giannis wants a new home, aka to be traded. Mm-hmm. But the Ja thing came out and nothing's happened. Like this has been on the table, and that doesn't mean that deals can't be made, but this has been now very clear that this is something that the front office is interested in, or at least perusing for 3 weeks, and he's still on the bench tonight.
I will say the front office from Milwaukee has been perusing a Giannis trade since the summer. It's true. And he's still on the roster.
And how long did the Hawks peruse Trae Young trades before? Right. I mean, they finally did it. It's been a couple years at this point.
No,
trades
absolutely.
are hard. Trade machines are easy to mess around with. Actual trades are very difficult to make.
They're absolutely very difficult to make, no doubt. Jessica, we're going to let you get out of here. You got a show to do, and although we had an early tip, that game still took forever. So go get some sleep. At least you're not in heels. Probably way more comfortable to walk in tonight.
They are.
And Bennett Doyle and I will put a bow on this when we get back. It's the Double Post. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle, and we'll be back after this.
Grizz Nation. We win with heart on the court, now let's win off it too. Tennessee's roadways have over 88 million pieces of litter out there, and it costs the Tennessee Department of Transportation over $35 million a year to clean it up. That's why I'm challenging you to make a difference. Head over to NobodyTrashesTennessee.com to find your way to help join cleanup efforts and to take pride in keeping our state as beautiful as our passion is for the game. Let's show Memphis pride. Let's keep Tennessee beautiful. Grizz Nation, let's run this play together.
It's flu and COVID season. Boost your immune system at the Shot Nurse with the Tri-Immune Booster, packed with vitamin C and zinc. Give your body a head start at fighting off illness. Protect yourself and loved ones. With 2 locations to serve you, it's fast, convenient, and the flu shot is free with most insurances. I get my vaccines from the Shot Nurse.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
You know a Grizzlies game doesn't start at tip-off. It starts in the parking lot. With Just Park, proud partner of the Memphis Grizzlies, you can reserve your parking at FedEx Forum before you even leave the house. No circling for a spot, no delays, no stress. So when it's time to head downtown, you can arrive with confidence and enjoy the game. Score your guaranteed parking pass today at FedExForum.com. That's FedExForum.com to secure your Grizzlies parking.
Your internet shouldn't drop out during the game or buffer during replays. That's why Ting Fiber Internet is here in Memphis. Fast breaks need internet that's 2 gig fast. No contracts, no hidden fees. Ting is internet without a fourth quarter heartbreak. So if you do yell at the TV, it won't be your internet's fault. Get started at ting.com/Memphis. That's ting.com/Memphis.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Three iconic forces, one unforgettable experience. New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The Black Promoters Collective presents New Edition Way Tour, starring New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The New Edition Way Tour, March 19th at FedEx Forum. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
When it's time to make a stand, you need the strength to hold your ground and a bond that says, I got your back. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with robust fraud protection. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account by February 28th with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit. And you could get 2 tickets to 3 Grizzlies games. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Keep your home comfy year-round with Landmark Heating and Air's membership program. For one low price, you get 2 annual tune-ups to keep your system running smoothly, priority service when you need it most, and exclusive discounts on repairs and more. Say goodbye to unexpected breakdowns and hello to peace of mind. Call Landmark Heating and Air today at 365-4260 or visit landmarkheatingandair.com to join. Your comfort's our priority. Landmark Heating and Air, the comfort company you've trusted for 55 years.
All right, welcome back to the Double Post, everybody. John Roser and now Bennett Doyle. Grizzlies win tonight, 137-128. Sorry, I'm finished typing something. Anyways, I was talking in our show chat. By the way, if you want to go to Grind City Media on YouTube, youtube.com/Grind City Media. If you click the Double Post, we're live, so we're at the top of the page. We should be at the top of the page. Just click that, and you can chat with everybody. Everybody's debating. TMZ is in there telling everyone to trade Jaren because that's what TMZ does. Shout out him. John Roser, Bennett Doyle with you. So the biggest, I mean, look, I know we live in the hot take world, but like the biggest take, I mean, it is, Jessica brought this up Saturday night that the saddest, it's like sad watching Ty Jerome out there because he's really good. And it's just sad because it's like, we know this team. The roster is good. If the roster is healthy, the roster is good. It's not like I know some people kill the front office. I don't think you can do that. Like, I think the roster is good. They're just not healthy, but they're good.
And I mean, we obviously
the players are good. They have built a roster of good basketball players. We have just gotten to see exactly 0 minutes of their best players together.
Yeah, and we also saw, in the wins and losses, what it looked like with Zach Edey in there, and that, changed everything. They won games. And so, yeah, it does. You're always going to have, whatever happens, you're always going to have this what if. I mean, especially if, like, they move on from guys. you're just always going to think back on this season and like, man, if they just had everybody from the jump, would it have looked differently? Would we, have a different record? Would we even be talking about some of the things that we're talking about, right? So yeah, I think it's just going to always be one of those what ifs in the back of people's heads, probably, if they move on from guys. But we'll see.
Whatever, like they're going to do something. They have to do, like they're going to do something. I don't just see them sitting still. There's been too much stuff around them. Too much noise around them.
I think so too.
To where they're not just going to sit still. There's going to be.
I'd be surprised if no moves, or even if it was smaller moves.
Even if it's a smaller move, something for sure is going to happen. So next up for this team, Grizzlies hit the road for, what are we on, 5? Is it 5 in a row? Do we go out west for 5? Is it 5 games? 4 or 5?
Yeah, it's Sacramento, 2 in Portland, Golden State,
and Denver.
Yep.
And Denver, yeah. So we start Sacramento Wednesday night, and that's the last game before the trade deadline because the trade deadline is on Thursday, February 5th. And then, the 2 games in Portland over the weekend. So, look, by the next time we're on the air, it'll be February 20th. That is after the All-Star break. That's our next home game is after the All-Star break. We only have 1, 2, 3 home games left in the month of February. And, none of them are until after the All-Star break. So, you got Sacramento, Portland, Golden State, and Denver. That is not an easy road trip to go on. It's never easy when you go out west. So, Wednesday, we know what we should know. We should have an idea. Wednesday, we think we have an idea of what the team is going to look like. It'll look like what we saw tonight as far as the roster goes. Friday in Portland, we have no idea. So we'll just have to wait and see on that one. All right, let's say our goodbyes and let's get out of here. Eric Hasseltine and Elliot Perry, our studio engineer, the guy who answers the phone calls and puts you on the air, is Wes Warwick. Grizzlies Vice President of Broadcast and Productions, John Pugliese. Director of Broadcasting is Scott Zachary. 92.9 FM ESPN is the flagship radio home of the Memphis Grizzlies. Their brand manager is Brad Carson. Their general manager is Nicole Hartman. Our technical director doing all of the video work is Kyra Black. Our next radio broadcast will be Wednesday night, 9 o'clock tip. I'm doing that one, right? I'm doing Sacramento? Yeah, yes. I'm doing Sacramento Wednesday night. I will be on the air at 8:30 p.m. for that one. Our next double post will not be until Friday, February 20th, when the Grizzlies host the Utah Jazz at FedEx Forum. We got a long break, people. We have over 2 weeks before there is another double post. For Jessica Benson and Bennett Doyle, good night, everybody. Peace.